Students, let us study next important point, that is relationship between environment and ecosystem. Now let us study first what is environment. Environment is a broad concept. We can consider many components, many factors under the environment. First, you can very shortly understand that the things or the factor that surrounds us that are called are the factors of environment. Or if you want to get it clear, let us study about the exact definition of environment. Environment is the physical, chemical, biological factors affecting living organism in any possible way is collectively called environment. Means environment contributes physical factors. Means if certain physical abiotic factors are there, they are the component of environment. Not only physical but chemicals. There are several minerals, there are several manures, there are several medicines that we consume. All these are the parts of environment. Then the biological means all organisms, plants, animals, collectively they are influencing our living, each other's living. And so each and every possible way we can consider that the all these organisms, all these factors, physical, chemical, they are influencing each other. There is a direct or indirect relationship between these factors, and collectively we call it as an environment. Once again, environment, that is physical, chemical, biological factors affecting the living organisms. And we living organisms, we many times manage this environment, and thereby sometimes we reduce its effect, sometimes we have to consider. And so all in every possible way they are influencing our living being, and that we collectively call an environment. Now let us discuss. We have studied that ecosystem or the ecosystem is a functional unit of ecology, means whatever is happening around us that we have to measure. So it is functional unit of ecology. Now let us understand the next important thing, that is what is ecology. We have already studied that ecosystem or environment consists of certain biotic factor, certain abiotic factor, certain artificial factors as well as natural factors. We know there are physical factors like air, water, the raining is there. All these are the physical factors. And there are certain chemical factors we studied in the previous period, as the manures are there, the medicines are there, all are chemical factors. All these factors are there, biotic, abiotic, certain natural and certain artificial factors are also. They are also part of environment. So we have to again study the importance of ecology. What is ecology? Ecology is the science that deals with the study of interactions between biotic and abiotic factors of an environment, and that is as the ecology. Means there are several factors existing. Abiotic factors are there, biotic factors are there, and they are influencing each other. There is a perfect relationship in it, and that interaction is there, and the study of that interaction, that is called as the ecology, or the science that deals with the interactions, study of interactions and the interactions, that is called as the ecology. Now, as I told, basic functional unit of uh, ecology, that is said to be the ecosystem. Means if you know that there are several ecosystems, considering a small lake or a pond to the total universe. So how to manage it, how to measure it, how to consider it in detail. So we have to consider that ecology, that interaction in the form of a small ecosystem. So considering it, the ecosystem as a basic functional unit of ecology. Now, apart from all these, we know that environment are the ecosystem that involves the various cycles also. We know that natural cycles are there, natural gases cycles are there, and they are also contributing this ecosystem or this environment. Consider the water cycle is there, then the oxygen cycle is there, nitrogen cycle is there. All these cycles are also contributing the ecosystem. Not only these cycles, but there are several types of food chains are there, food webs are there. Means they food chain or food web, it will come under the biotic factor. So biotic factor and their interaction, small food chain is there, the longest food chain is there, food webs are there. All these are contributing the environment. The next important thing, that how to maintain this ecosystem, how to maintain the balance of environment. It is very, very important for the human existence to maintain the balance. As I told, that the human being is intelligent animal, and so it's a human's responsibility to maintain all these, and it is considered that this universe, this Mother Earth is given on a lease that you have to use, and you are responsible to maintain it. You need not exploit it. When we use the natural resources at that time, we completely forget that somebody else is going to use this. So it is very important we consider, as it should be dohan. In Marathi we call it as a dohan, and not shoshan. Don't exploit. If you want something, take it as per your need, and think that somebody else is going to use it. We have to keep all these resources for the future generation. If you are using it, if you are behaving in the consumerism, then it is very difficult to save it for the future generation. So this Mother Earth, this universe is given to you on a lease from the future generations. We have to use it with the very judiciously, and then we have to save it. Not only save, but we have to conserve it. We have to multiply all these resources. That the care should be taken, that how we can develop it, how can we maintain all these resources, and we can save for the next generation or future generation. So it is our responsibility to maintain it, to protect it, to conserve it, and hand over in a better way to the future generations. So we know Mahatma Gandhi had quoted that the earth is sufficient to satisfy everyone's need, but not greed. We know that the natural resources, they are used in uneven manner. Only few people, few master people, they are exploiting all these resources. They are using, only it is considered that only 3% of people, they are using 97% of the resources. So this should not be R1. This is unfair. There should be proper use. There should judicious use, and it can, if it happens, uh, first at a glance we know that India is overpopulated country, but still it is sufficient enough to satisfy. Mother Earth is going to satisfy everybody's need if it is judiciously managed. So it is our responsibility to get it very clear that all these resources that we have to conserve it and keep separated, unused for the next generation. So it is given that it is sufficient to satisfy one's need. If it is need, it can be satisfied, but there is no limit to the greed. So there should not be the greed one. We should not be greedy. We should use that resources in a proper way. That is the ultimate solution to get the environment balance. So once again, environment, that is the collective way of physical, chemical, biological factors that affects our life, and there are types of the environment: natural environment, artificial environment. We also say that biotic and abiotic factors are there. And next important, that is ecology. Ecology is the science which deals with the study of interactions between biotic and abiotic factors. And ecosystem is the basic functional unit. There are several factors as the oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle, water cycle, as well as the food chains. They are contributing this environment. So first understand that the if you want to maintain the balance of environment, we must be very responsible, and we must do all these things in a right way to conserve it and to hand over it. So it is our responsibility. Let us understand it and let us